Use a tacky wet timing and a controlled pull to prevent paint from dripping onto carpet when you remove a drywall, knife, or paper barrier after painting baseboards. When painting baseboards next to carpet, apply only a thin ribbon of paint along the seam and feather it with a high-quality angled brush to avoid excess buildup that can sag into carpet fibers. Allow the paint to set until it is tacky but not fully dry, usually about 10 to 20 minutes depending on temperature and humidity, so the edge will lift cleanly without pulling wet paint. Test an out-of-the-way spot by touching the paint with a clean fingertip. Keep a damp, clean rag and a small container of warm water or solvent suitable for your paint on hand so you can immediately blot any tiny drips before they spread into the pile. When you pull a drywall knife, paper barrier, or tape, pull steadily at a low angle away from the baseboard and try to follow the painted edge so the film peels off without dragging a bead of paint. For larger jobs, work in short sections so you always remove protection while the adjacent paint is still tacky rather than wet. And keep a putty knife or plastic scraper ready to lift any spots that stick to the barrier without smearing. If the carpet edge is protected by a removable cardboard shield, slide it out slowly while supporting the painted edge with your thumb to stop any capillary drip. The three most common mistakes are using too much paint, which creates beads that drip when the barrier is removed, removing the barrier either too early when paint is still wet or too late when paint bonds and peels, and not having immediate cleanup supplies, which lets small drips set into carpet fibers. If you load the brush heavily, wipe most of the paint off before cutting in, and use multiple thin passes instead of one heavy coat. Wait until the paint reaches that tacky stage and test with a fingertip before pulling the barrier to avoid both smearing and tearing. Keep a damp rag and a small bucket of warm water or the correct solvent within arm reach and blot spills at once rather than rubbing them, which can push pigment into the pile. BigHomeProjects.com connects homeowners with local contractors and displays project examples so we can help you find someone familiar with careful trim and carpet protection techniques. We also host a discussion community where we and other users share tips, ask questions, and post real job experiences so contractors can find work and homeowners can learn practical best practices.